Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Arnie Nerenberg. I've been a clinical psychologist for over 45 years. The title of today's presentation is Enduring Trust is Impossible Without Honor. Enduring trust is impossible without honor. If you think in your life, the people you've trusted, and they let you down, betrayed you, disappointed you, you saw they weren't who they seemed to be. They projected they were trustworthy people or somebody really cared about you, and you found out, well, they didn't, and they betrayed you or just disappointed you or let you down. And I think about it this way too. Think about the people you betrayed, you disappointed, and you let down. Now, for some people, it's really traumatic. They were betrayed by a mother or a father, abandoned, felt betrayed. This makes it very difficult. The more a person is betrayed, let down, and disappointed this way, makes it harder to have an enduring, trustful relationship with another person. Now, if a person is truly honorable and you're honorable, you're more likely to have an enduring trust. There'll be misunderstandings. You can count on that. Misunderstandings for sure. But you'll be able to work it out and move forward. Now, in terms of the betrayals and letdowns and disappointments, it could be financially. Somebody you trusted in a business or money wasn't fair with you. That was a betrayal. Or you weren't fair with somebody. It was a betrayal. Or somebody you trusted that you were married to or dating or living with betrayed you sexually, or you betrayed someone sexually. This all destroys trust. Or it could be emotional. You trusted somebody with your feelings or your thoughts, and they threw it in your face later, or they told other people, or they ridiculed you or put you down for your feelings. You felt betrayed and let down and disappointed. These things are not honorable. But none of us have lived totally with honor. The goal is, I have not always lived with honor, but I will die with honor. That's where we want to go. We have not always lived with honor, but we will die with honor. In other words, we want to go from this point forward. I'm going to talk to you about how to achieve that. Let me also tell you this. Other people may betray you and let you down, but I'm only going to tell you how you could be honorable and worthy of the trust, and where you can trust yourself. Because let me tell you, even if you're totally honorable, 100%, believe it or not, there'll be people who won't trust you. There will be people who won't trust you. They won't believe you. You'll tell them something, and they won't believe you. They'll think you're either lying to yourself or lying to them. That's going to happen. So at this path of honor, you can't even expect people to trust you or understand you. No. So the responsibility is for you to be honorable towards yourself and towards them. That's your responsibility. That optimizes the chance of trust. All you can do is optimize the probability of a trusting relationship by being honorable. But some of it is out of your control because the other person may not be totally trustworthy, and they project on you. How many times you've heard of a spouse accusing the other of cheating on them? Oh, you were flirting with that guy. You were unfaithful. You had sex with him, and the person was totally true to him. But he was the one cheating, so he projected on her, or he wanted to cheat on her, and he projected on her that she was cheating, and she wasn't. So because of what's going on with him, he doesn't trust you because of that reason. The projection. See, when you're honorable, because that person has been dishonorable or has dishonorable thoughts, thinks that you're that way. So I want to tell you again, I'm going to show you how to be honorable in a relationship to achieve very high level of honor and to be worthy of trust of another person. And most importantly, you're going to trust yourself. That's it. You know you're trustworthy, and God knows if you are or you're not. You and God know. Nobody else knows for sure. Now, of course, to some extent, trust is a choice. I choose to trust you. Or I'll trust you till you show me otherwise. But you have many people, and some pretty decent people, who say, I don't trust anyone. There are many people who say, I don't trust anyone. And so they're always looking over their shoulder because they have that attitude towards you. Now, as the years go by and they get to see your character, they may lower that barrier down and start trusting you. Maybe. But there's some people, no matter what you do, however long you know them, will never trust you. You don't trust your actions, your speech, or your intentions. Your action, your speech, your intentions. So in that case, enduring trust was impossible because they weren't capable of giving trust. You know how many people cannot really trust another human being? Staggering. And yet our society is built on trust. And in business, you say, I trust you to keep to your word on a handshake or a signed contract so we can trust one another. Trust is the foundation for society. It's the foundation for human relationship. It's the foundation for marriage and family life. Trust. So you want to optimize the potential for enduring trust. You want to optimize the potential for an enduring trust. All you can do is optimize the potential. You can't even say it's going to happen because the person may not even be capable of trust. Heck, you may not be capable of trusting another person. You've been disappointed and betrayed, let down so many times, you may not be able to trust. But again, we're talking about optimizing the potential for an enduring, trusting relationship. That's what we're talking about. With definitely no guarantees, absolutely no guarantees. You can definitely be honorable, completely honorable. It's doable. I'm going to show you how. Now, I'm defining honor as loyalty to your highest constructive values. Honor is loyalty to your highest constructive values, as enshrined in the 4 principles of honor, also called the 4 self-commandments of honor, also known as the 4 commandments of honor. That's how I refer to them, as the 4 commandments of honor. And as you live by this, you will become completely trustworthy. In what way? In thought, in word, and in action. In thought, in word, and in action. For instance, with me, if you do something I don't like, I may get a really negative reaction to you. But I will balance it with, I wish you well, or some honorable thought. So you'll be able to, once you know this about me, or people like myself, you trust they're going to have a good thought about you, even if they have some initially negative reactions. And we're going to talk about how that happens. So the 4 commandments of honor are these. Number 1, I wish you well. 2, I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. Super important. Being a well-wisher is very important to establish a trusting relationship, but taking responsibility for co-creating your reality and your problems, because if someone doesn't do that, you can't trust them. Why? Because they'll blame you. Anything that goes wrong, they're going to blame you. They're not going to take responsibility. How are you going to trust them emotionally, financially, or in any way? They blame you. And when they blame you and say you did this to them, watch out. Because they're likely to do something to you and justify it by what they think you did to them. They don't take responsibility for co-creating the problem and the reality. They'll blame you. And if they blame you, they'll use that as a justification for betraying you. So those who feel betrayed often betray. Those who feel betrayed often betray. That's why it's dangerous to be with someone who can't trust, because they will think, well, you betrayed them. So now if they have a chance, they don't feel any loyalty to you. It destroys the loyalty. Trust and loyalty, hand in hand. Trust, respect, loyalty, all part of honor. They don't trust you because they think you betrayed them. Watch out. Because they either want revenge, or they feel they no longer have to afford you the kind of goodwill that they had. And you may not have done anything, but they're reading into it and blaming you for what happened. This is very important material. This is why the world is in the condition it's in, internationally, in families, in nations, because of the breakdown of trust. I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality, my problems. And the third is, I am grateful for the power I gain from hardship, knowing that all the betrayals, the hardships, the setbacks, the failures, the crisis, the crisis, the tribulations, all made you stronger. So you're grateful, not for those tribulations. You're grateful for the power you got from it. And the fourth commandment is this. If you don't believe in God, then you use, I seek always to serve my highest values. I seek always to serve my highest values. If you believe in God, as I do, God, your wish is my only wish. God, your wish is my only wish. In other words, I have no other wish other than God's wish. Now, with these four commandments of honor, a person who lives by them will optimize the potential for manifesting an enduring, trusting relationship. Will optimize the potential for manifesting an enduring, trusting relationship. That's what we're talking about. Now, you want to ensure that you're going to follow this, that you're going to follow these four commandments. You're going to internalize them, because I'm showing you how to be a man of honor, a woman of honor, ultimately what I call a disciple of honor, a disciple of honor. So then you take the pledge, and I've had well over 800 people take this pledge, and it makes them feel good and hopeful and more meaning in their lives right away. Here's how the pledge goes. Have people raise their right hand. You can do so right now if you wish, and repeat after me. As a disciple of honor, I pledge myself for all the days of my life to the four commandments of honor, and I will teach them to those I love. I'll repeat them every morning, afternoon, and evening, and I'll listen to myself recite them. Welcome to the brotherhood. Welcome to the sisterhood. Big commitment. People feel good, more hopeful, more meaning in their lives. 95% feel more hope and more and good. 92% feel more meaning. Right away, just boom, just like that. So now you've got a commitment to the way of honor, to four principles of honor, four self-commandments of honor, the four commandments. I call them the four commandments of honor. I call them self-commandments also because you already believe those commandments. You didn't need me to tell you about it. I just put it in that wording, which is very important, the wording. When I founded the honor therapy and the honor movement, that wording has been developed over 45 years of clinical practice and clinical research. The exact wording is important, very important. But now you want to maximize the probability you're going to apply the commandments of honor, so you have what I call the bridge. What is it? A bridge between? It's a bridge between honor, the concept of honor, and the reality of the world. It's a bridge between the concept of honor, as in the four commandments of honor, and the reality of the world in your everyday life of what you deal with, paying your bills, relationship with your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, children, parents, the reality of what you're dealing with. And the bridge goes like this. What is the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? What is the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? So you say the four commandments of honor, then you say the bridge. So for me, it would go like this. God, your wish is my only wish. I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. Grateful for the power I gain from hardship. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? There you have it. And any situation you're in, you then apply that bridge. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? Ultimately, to walk this path, you want to put honor before money, before sex, before comfort, before everything. Ultimately, you want to put honor before life itself, putting honor before life itself. Now, this will reduce your stress a lot in life. It certainly won't eliminate it. And you will continue to suffer. It's really normal. But you'll suffer with honor. You won't hurt other people with it. So people, as they get to understand that, anybody who sees that about you will trust you that you're not going to hurt them. Well, this would be the way to optimize the potential for enduring trust in a relationship. Optimize the potential for enduring trust in a relationship. You don't just want trust for the day, a couple of days. You want enduring trust. And most importantly, you will trust yourself. You trust your word, your intentions, how you're going to be in a situation. Trusting yourself is just awesome. You might get all kinds of thoughts about doing things that are not honorable. All kinds of thoughts. You're not responsible for that. You didn't choose it. It's basically your genetics, family upbringing, societal norms. You're only responsible with the thought you choose to balance it with. You may want to just tell somebody off, say something nasty. And then you get that thought and you go, but I wish you well. Yeah, but that person did it before. I want to just hit them. And I wish you well. The negative is more powerful than the positive short term, but you're not responsible for that negative thought. You never chose it. You're responsible for the fact that you wish them well. You're responsible for the thought you balance it with. You don't fight the negativity. You just balance it. In the long run, the negative will come less and less often. That's the good news. And that's all you're accountable for is just what thought you chose to balance it with. You're not responsible for what popped into your mind, which did not define who you are. You're a reflection of the thought you choose to have. It's my pleasure to present to you, enduring trust is impossible without honor. Thank you.